A collection of reports from my colleagues across the country. Thank you very much. Joining us now to discuss further is Bola Bolawole, Public Affairs Analyst. Good to have you on Nigeria tonight. Judging by the turnout, so to speak, of workers for the action called by NLC, would you say that Nigerian workers are in support of the actions taken by the NLC today?
I would say that not only Nigerian workers, but Nigerians in general, because everybody feels the pinch of the subsidy removal and the floating of the naira. So it's not just about the NLC. We don't even need the NLC to tell us, to show our grievances towards these two policies. It's just that the NLC is just fulfilling its mandate as the mouthpiece of the workers by mobilizing workers. Those of us who are not members of the NLC, we are also feeling the pinch, and we are not happy with the policies that have caused a lot of hardship to everyone in the country.
Would you judge now that the massive turnout, so to speak, of the NLC's action today has propelled the president to call for the meeting we heard earlier? Mr. Ajero came out to say that they've had the first most important meeting connection with this current administration.
Yeah, we must give it to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu that he has been different from the former president Muhammadu Buhari in that he has engaged with the people, he had engaged workers. This is not the first time he will be talking to us. This is not the first time we'll be talking to the world, to organized labor. His approach is quite different from the approach of the former government. So I want to salute him for that. And I want to say that the discussion with labor and with the other sectors of the society should continue. We need to talk. We need to rub minds. We need to listen to the people. They must express their grievances. And the government also must state its own side of the issue, and then we'll sit down and judge and then see how we can arrive at common ground. So
but I mean, it's imperative. Mr. Adebola, it's imperative I ask this question. Why did it have to take a protest to get the president to have a one-on-one meeting with the labor? Remember, they issued a statement saying that most of the time when they go for meetings, the representative of the federal government was no-show.
Yeah, you see, if you have been very close to government, you will say that whereas everything stops on the desk of the president cannot be everywhere all the time, whether president, whether governor, whether MD of a company, you can't be everywhere all the time. You have to delegate responsibilities. And sometimes somebody that you delegate to do one thing or the other may fail to do it. And then the blame comes back to you, who is the president or the governor or whatever. There had been occasions when the labor and the representative of federal government were scheduled to meet, and there have been excuses, whether we were there, they were not yet there, we got there, we didn't see them, and then the meeting didn't hold. But there have been efforts to hold meeting. So rather than apportioning blames, now what we should do is, now that they are starting meeting, they have started to meet, let us encourage the meeting to go on a base. Let us encourage the two sides to come to agreement so that we can prevent actions that can further damage the economy. The economy has been cannibalized already by the previous government. The government of Muhammadu Buhari cannibalized the economy. Now we should not worsen the situation. Every industrial action that the government allows to take place, every strike that the labor leaders embark upon will further worsen our economic situation.
So just one more question, sir. Before we go, we're out of time. I'd like to get your impression now that the president has had this meeting. Do you expect that the NLC will call off the strike? Even though they didn't say that today, the president had not alluded. He had stated quite clearly that unless they get constructive response from the presidency, that the strike the protest, I beg your pardon, continues indefinitely.
I think they should continue until they get a positive response from government, because you cannot call off today and call it tomorrow. You cannot say you are suspending today and tomorrow you come and tell us that you are starting again. It will show seriousness on the part of labor. It will also not show seriousness on the part of the government. Let them lock themselves up in a room and reach a conclusion that will be beneficial to every one of us, government, labor, those of us who are not even labor, civil servants, those of us who are not civil servants. The generality of Nigerians want to see something positive come out of this protest. So
we certainly hope for something positive in the coming days in the interest of Nigerians. Thank you very much for giving us your time. We appreciate it.
My pleasure.